On what we can expect at tomorrow's hearing, I'm pleased to welcome House Oversight Reform Committee member Congressman Tim Burchett. Congressman, great to see you tonight. Thanks for staying up to be with us. I think you heard earlier in the show, we interviewed Mary Miller, your colleague, Congresswoman from Illinois. She says she's skipping the State of the Union. I think the State of the Union is in the morning at 10 a.m. That'll really give people an idea of what's going on in this country. The Department of Homeland Security, they finally gave their blessing for these two border agents to testify tomorrow after they initially denied it. I mean, why wouldn't these agents be allowed to come before your committee? And what do you expect to hear from them tomorrow?
Well, ma'am, this administration is obviously afraid of the truth. This our so-called border czar, our vice president. I mean, that's laughable. She is. They've had their head in the sand about this thing with fentanyl, with the human trafficking. The fentanyl situation it's making us all a border state. We're in Tennessee. We've got a huge problem with fentanyl overdoses. We're seeing it. If I had and I do have a daughter, but she's not messing with drugs, but if she was, I would be very scared right now because of the ability of these dirtbag dealers to put this fentanyl in prescription-type drugs. They'll actually crush out pills with a mold that is identical to what like an Adderall, for instance, that they're using, and it's just laughable that her attitude is just, to me, it's repulsive, is what it is. And this administration has fought us on any hearings, if you can believe that. We weren't even able to have hearings under the Democrat control of the House about fentanyl. We had to have them in the basement, just Republican only, and we bring in folks that had lost a loved one to fentanyl, but the Democrats would not even participate in it. And, there she is cackling like a hyena about all this stuff. And, ma'am, it is out of control. It is epidemic levels, and we've got a huge problem. And right. Chairman Comer, God bless him. He's a fighter, man.
God bless him, indeed. It's just so disturbing. They don't care about all these people that are coming across the border, but the least they could do is care about this drug crisis as a result. That's killing so many of our young people. Kamala Harris, as you mentioned up there, cackling on the screen. And earlier today, she passed responsibility for the crisis that's created by their administration, passing that to you all in Congress. Take a listen.
Congress must fix our broken immigration system. And Congress must provide the necessary funds for border security.
Congress must fix. That's interesting, because I know a lot of your colleagues who spent a lot of time down at the border, the real border, exposing what's been going on down there. As they go and see a sanitized version just once during the entire administration. What do you make of what the vice president just said?
Well, that's very rich of her. She is a denier. She's, they try to sidestep it. They'll blame it on Trump. They'll do whatever, but it's clearly their responsibility. She has denied there was a problem, and there is a huge problem, and now they're going to be called on the carpet. Ma'am, that's the only reason that they're doing this, is Chairman Comer in this Oversight Committee, which I'm fortunate enough to serve on, is going to have the ability to call some of these people in. Mayorkas blocked us from bringing anybody down, you remember. And so Comer one-upped them with the legal argument, and now they're coming with their tail between their legs to the meeting, and you'll see some fireworks. If you can watch this thing tomorrow at 10 o'clock, I would encourage.
And people need to watch. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of talk about State of the Union, but I think, again, 10 a.m. is what needs to be watched tomorrow. That's what's really going on in this country. Congressman Tim Burchett, always love having you on. Thanks for all the work that you're doing. We appreciate you.